What's up, guys? Welcome back to Just Driven. We've got the Fast and Furious Eclipse back behind us after a 2-year hiatus. We are ready to get this thing going, so let's get to it.
Push until we overflow, that's just how the story goes. Yeah. Push until we overflow, that's just how the story goes. Hey. Push until we overflow, that's just how the story goes. Push until we overflow, that's just how the story goes.
All right, so if you guys don't remember, 2 years ago, this car finally got up and running. We had to deal with some clutch and flywheel issues and some other nuances because we thought the transmission was possibly bad. All that's been taken care of. Got the car running, we drove it around the block, and we just put it to the sideline because we were still scavenging for parts. We were still trying to come up with a plan in terms of when do we tackle this project on. We were in the midst of all these other projects at the same time, so we're like, hey, this isn't the time to put the effort or focus onto this car yet, and we wanted to do it justice because all the parts we've been acquiring are as movie correct as we can get. We really wanted to put the proper effort back into this car as it deserved. If you guys don't already know, this project would not be made possible without the help of Rally for Vets and Robert Hess for being a title sponsor on this project. Huge thank you to them for always supporting us in our weird car ventures that we want to do and just being on board with this project. We have so many parts already acquired and accumulated for this car, so we're going to throw it back to James from a previous video to show you guys everything that we already have on hand.
We have a screen accurate valve cover. It's made by a gentleman named Jonathan Tavera. He does this mirror powder coat finish. It turned out beautiful. He pays particular attention to the lettering. It is perfectly screen accurate, and if you have that, you better have the spark plug wires. They are made by a company called OBX. The intake's made by InGen. Took about 2 weeks to get here. Done and done. Now the header, that, if I remember correctly, was made by Hot Shot, which I'm pretty sure is a sub-company of Excess Power. Well, it's no longer available. We got a suitable facsimile. We're gonna ceramic coat it. It's gonna look the role and play the part. The headlights, these are the wrong ones anyway. As you can see, they're trash. We picked up a set of aftermarket 97 to 99s, which are the accurate ones. It's got the straight cut here. We had to go aftermarket because the original Mitsubishi units, they're long gone. Let's go ahead and move over to the interior. We have the correct Sparco Torino seats in the correct color, and they're near perfect. All we have to do is clean them up, so we scored on that. That's where the good news ends. We need everything else. We need the Foliatech shift knob, the Foliatech pedal covers, the Alpine head unit, the Sparco steering wheel. Are you noticing a trend here? We need the Sparco harnesses, the plethora of gauges that have to fill this instrument panel, the NOS. I could go on and on and on, but rather than that, let's move outside where we can get more motivated. It is the tree topper. It is the shopping cart APR wing. This came our way from Gabriel of the Furious Garage. Last but not least, what you've all been waiting for.
The wheels that were made for this car was by a company called Axis, James Chen. They made exactly 500 sets, and I can tell you that all of them are spoken for. That's it. Their total run was 500 sets.
These are pure gold. 18 by 7.5, 42 offset, 5 by 114.3. Even got the center caps.
If you guys don't recall, this car is the Robocar Motorsports buck for their primary production Fast and Furious Eclipse body kit. This is kit number 1. So we've been putting in some good work. The fit and finish of the bumpers, front and rear, the side skirts. The roof scoop is the only thing actually not from Robocar Motorsports, and that's the one item that actually requires the most amount of work. The side skirts get molded onto the body of the car, with it being on the rear quarter matching up to the front fender, and this thing is super solid. Dude, it's crazy. It's wild. You can knock on that side skirt and it literally sounds like you're knocking on the sheet metal of the car. It is that solid and robust. So from the front and rear bumpers, we had to update our front end because we have a 1995 Eclipse. So we required the 97 to 99 headlight updates. Those went with the car to become the prototype buck for the new body kit. So the front and rear bumpers of the car do not get molded to it. So they just need to get prepped and resurfaced essentially to be paint ready. So that way everything adheres properly, everything carries the same tone, because with different compositions of material, you could get a different tone of colorway. So we need to make sure that our primer and sealer before paint is all cohesive. So that way when we get the final finished product and we color sand and buff the car, you don't see different shades of green everywhere. So we're gonna go ahead and reach out to Martin, fastandfuriousparts.com, and thank you to him for showing me who provides the paint for these Fast and Furious Eclipse replicas. He pointed me on to Orion. So we're gonna go ahead and reach out to them, get the paint ordered, get it over here so that way we can start jamming and prepping this car for paint. So if you guys don't already know and you are not subscribed, you should do that now because we have so much Fast and Furious content for you guys. We have this Eclipse, our 2 Fast and Furious Skyline, the Supra, the Charger, and we have a special project coming in the future, so we'll get back to that later, but don't forget to subscribe, otherwise you're gonna miss it. All right, so you can see here that this side skirt has been fully bonded, scuffed, prepped. This is ready for its next coat of primer before it gets blocked one last time and then put into sealer. This is the end result we want also with the roof scoop, because again, once it's bonded, essentially getting this all off again, you can't just remove it, scuff it a little bit and put it back on and rebond it. No, you have to prep the entire surface of both the skirt, the quarter panel, or the roof in that matter. And it's just so much extra work and so many extra steps are needed to be taken to get this properly fitted, and just so that we don't have any reactions in the final coat of paint. This is essentially our end result for the bonding aspects of the side skirts and the roof scoop. This is the same style of finish we expect to see out of the roof, and we have to make sure that the roof base itself is prepped, because once that roof scoop is on and bonded, you no longer have access to the factory roof skin that's underneath that, because the roof scoop will be sealed on top of it. Now, some of the issues we did come across on this Eclipse is mainly the rear hatch area. We had to have our glass guy come, remove all the moldings, remove the quarter windows, remove the back glass, and this was our biggest issue. So if you could see here on this back hatch area where the rain or water would essentially puddle and sit, maybe it's under a tree or whatever, but wherever the water would pool, that's where we have this, not massive, but I guess like gaping holes of rust and corrosion that we have to now deal with, because we don't want to put fresh rubbers, fresh glass, and everything back in here and then deal with rust rearing its ugly head through the paint, because then you'll have to do a blend and like now you'll have moldings that you have to mask off or pull off all over again, and we really don't want to do that. So these patches are getting done now. We're doing the rear factory trunk holes are being welded shut also. We're doing the rear wiper arm delete because we don't need it. And then all the rear wing holes, because the APR wing mounts in different locations from the stock. Then drill new holes into the hatch as opposed to the factory holes. Thank you guys for tuning in. This has been an update on our Fast and Furious Eclipse, but stick around because next time you see this car, it's gonna be fully primed and prepped, ready for paint, and it might even be painted in the next video. But in the meantime, we're also gonna be taking care of getting the wheels refinished and getting any other ancillary parts that we're still missing. So stay tuned, we'll see you next time.